And it is a December morning here in Belle Meade, near the end of December. We are right next to, I don't know if we can get any resolution on that, but we are right near the rocks or the stones in the pen there, the stones in the cage. One of the first things I noticed when I got here to Belle Meade is the stones in the cage and nothing else. That's the old former weather shelter that I employed from time to time when it rained here. It's misting now. I'm finding out this winter about Tennessee or Nashville at least rain, and one of the things I'm noticing is that oftentimes there will be no forecast for rain, but we will get like a fine mist, just enough to keep the pavement nice and wet and to keep all the benches wet in the park and everything like that. So it's quite a delight, and it's, you can still move around in it, but you better move around in it because you can't sit down anywhere outside after the mist comes through every 15 minutes or so. Over there you have the picnic cafe. Quite the thing. It seems lit for this Saturday morning, awaiting the crowds that are coming. What? Enough. Get off of my back. Get off of my back. Man. Leave me be. Leave me be. So you have the picnic cafe there. It looks like they have their own kind of pen there to keep the unwanted out. And this you have the other side of the Belle Meade, I think, shopping center here with the Publix and things like that. Here you have MAPCO. That's kind of an odd name for it. I think it's a subsidiary of British Petroleum in the Northeast, but here they call it MAPCO. Back, get off of me. Get off of me. Get off. What do you want? What do you want? Okay, one question, and then go. Leave. Get off my back. Quit dogging me. One question. What's the question? The decade? The whole decade? Okay, if there's one thing to come from this entire past 10 years in America, what would it be? It would be, how would I answer that? My mother was born in 1925, and that made her about 10 years old when the Depression, the Great Depression, rolled around, about 1935 or so, okay? And I once thought about that. I did the math, and I said, wow, she is just a child at like the height of the Great Depression in America. And I said, hey, Mom, what memories do you have of the Great Depression in America? I mean, how awful was it? How horrible was it? I mean, do you still have like emotional and physical scars to this day? She's it was probably the happiest time of my life. And I said, what are you talking about? The happiest? It was the Great Depression. She said, you have to understand, I was 10 years old. I was a child. Children were number one on the list for care and comfort during the Great Depression by all adults. They got all the attention. They got all the concern, you know? And at 10 years old, I never had it so good as a child. I said, oh, hey, never thought about that. I said, I suppose that's why Grammy and Grandpa both ended up as alcoholics and died from alcoholism at a very young age. She said, well, yeah, that could have been something too. I never thought of that it wore on them in that way. That's how I remember this decade.